It's May 31st, 2025, here in the southwest of Ireland. We've had an amazing month of heat wave, which is quite unusual, followed by a week of grey skies and heavy rain. So in terms of growing, it's been great, except for the dry spell. But I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Here in the glass house, there's seedlings coming on, new seedlings coming on. There's lettuce, radish, pumpkin. Here's the asparagus that I showed some time ago. It took a while to germinate, but it's flying now. And there's some spaghetti pumpkin in here and sunflower seeds, lots of sunflower seedlings. The strawberries are cropping. I had a little bit of a hiccup with them, but they're bouncing back. Most of them are bouncing back, and I put some of them outside. I actually sprayed them with a little bit of salted water. I thought I had the concentration right, but maybe not, or maybe the weather was too dry. But you can see here the kind of brown leaves. So they're starting to recover since I put them back outside. The red currant bushes have been just phenomenal this year. I've been picking and freezing because they'll be ideal on the ketogenic diet. And I harvested some garlic as well. The cloves were starting to split a little bit, so it was good to harvest them. But they're nice, so they'll do me for the next few weeks until the rest is ready. The willow, the basket willow, is looking very promising. I'm so happy with it because I have other willow, but the rods are too thick to weave with. But these little ones are coming on really nicely. I'm hoping to make some nice labels for them when I get around to it, because these labels are washing away. The apple trees are full of apples. This is one of my favourite trees. It's about the same height as me, and the apples are delicious. They're gorgeous. I don't know what I'm going to do about keto and apples, but I'm going to get around it. I'm definitely going to eat some apples. There's the lovely elecampane, ready to shoot up. It's in the sunflower family. It's a perennial, fantastic plant to have in the garden. And the honesty are going to seed. They're so pretty. Over here is a nice little. The flowers have. It's starting to go to seed now, but it was a flush of lovely blue mauve flowers, and it's speedwell, but it was very effective in a nice clump here. It's native, and it's next to our lovely native daisies, and there's some lungwort there. So it's always nice to have a few native plants coming into the garden. And there's some it's gone, I can't think of it. That's so funny. It's gone to seed anyway, and the lawn will be cut at some stage, even though there's very nice herbs, wildflowers coming up. There's nice clover and self-heal, and lots of lovely stuff coming up there. So we'll mow it in patches. And here's the pond, and there's the goldfish, Tanya's goldfish. Hello, just hanging out. How lovely. And lots of flowers. There's probably dragonflies here. I just haven't taken a chance to sit and observe, because this month has been way too busy. Like good busy, but like I'm not complaining. It's been a great month, an exciting month with loads of things going on. And here's the other apple trees. I'll be having a call out to any friends nearby to come and pick some apples, because the crop this year looks like it's just going to be amazing. The willow fence that keeps in the chickens has a lot of vigorous growth on it, but I'm thrilled because, to be honest, the chickens were starting to get out. They were starting to fly over it. So I just was happy to let it grow. So there's the hen house down there and the willow fence, and you can see the detail of it under here. The nice crissy-crossy that I'll bring it back to at some stage. But for now, I just want to use it as a barrier. Here's the veg. I have it all under netting to keep the hens from eating it. There's cabbages in there, and lettuce, and potatoes, and onions, and some red cabbage, and cauliflower. I'm trying to pay more attention to cauliflower because I'd like to get decent heads, but so far in my growing experience I haven't managed that. So this is what happens. So if anybody has any tips, I'm planning to use Korean farming techniques to try to amend it, but we'll see what happens. Here is the lovely Phacelia, which is a ground cover, but as you can see, I've let some of it flower, and it's just such a beautiful plant to have in the garden, because the bees love it and the insects, and I love it too. It's so nice. I love mauve. It's very pretty with all the yellow that's about, all the yellow flowers that are around at the moment. So, like, as you can see here in Ireland, the weeds they just really get stuck in, but I'm not paying so much attention this year. I'm using them as a ground cover. I'm trying to feed the soil, and I'm doing a lot of cutting and dropping, not pulling and dragging. Yeah, cutting and dropping. And I have some nice kale plants in here, and chard. I have too much food at the moment, but it's fine. It's great. I mean, I'm using it as a ground cover in places. I'm giving some to the hens. I'm giving some to friends. I'm eating some. The worms are getting some, so it's not a problem. Here are two elder trees, and I only planted these about maybe 5 years ago, and they are fantastic. Like, I was off foraging trying to find elderberries, and it's not so easy. So, but here they are. They just grow so easy. I got two bare root shrubs from the garden centre, and just popped them in, and yeah, they were looked after themselves. Now, since the last video, I got 3 new hens to introduced into the flock, and they're getting on okay. There's been a bit of bullying as expected, but luckily there's no blood has been drawn. So the newbies are the 3 lovely. She's my shy baby. Hello. So I'll just give them some food here. This is barley. It's soaked, fermented, and the plan is to actually sprout it. I've started sprouting some inside to see how that works out. I try to make a few different bundles so that there's no bullying and fighting, because the newbies get pushed around, see, at feeding time. So at least if there's a few different options, there's less there's less problems. But yeah, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful hens. I'm delighted with them. And this is their space in here that I've showed you before. I call this the food forest. And it's always evolving. There isn't massive food here, but there is fruit. There's gooseberries that I'll have to keep an eye on so that I can manage to get some before the chickens. Yeah, there's 3 gooseberry bushes. And there's apple trees. There's about 4 apple trees in here. There's asparagus, which is getting a bit lost. I just have to try but it's doing well, isn't it? Just show you around here if I can, without getting pricked, or a little gooseberry plant there. And here's another apple tree. Like, these are doing so well. And I bought these trees in a local supermarket. Now they did say that they were on a small rootstock, maybe a medium-sized rootstock, but I took a chance. Now the cob trees here, these are cob nut trees. They're like hazel. They actually, now I did not buy them in a supermarket. I got them from either Fruit Hill Farm or Future Forest. I can't remember. But the cob nuts on them are just fabulous. They're like a big hazelnut. And I've had more success with them than any hazel trees that I've sown. I'd highly recommend them, actually. Now, they can be coppiced down, like cut down to the base, like the willow, and they'll shoot up again. But I'm letting everything grow at the moment. Here's another apple tree. I haven't had decent apples off this tree yet, but it looks like this might be the year. It's tiny. Teeny tiny. And this is the willow that I coppiced. But as you can see, all these rods, I think they're going to be a bit too thick for weaving baskets, but they'll be good for other projects. So this is a nice little walkway around, and we have our nettles and lots of other stuff going on in the ditches. And there, up there, is a massive ash tree, and a lot of the ash are getting ash dieback in Ireland. But I heard recently with the Korean farming techniques that some of them are coming back, which is wonderful news. So best of luck to the ash. This is Jerusalem artichokes, sunflower family, and they're another food you can eat on the keto diet. So I'm going to try them again this year. There's inulin in them, which can kind of upset the digestive system, but we'll see what happens this year. Hopefully I'll be able for them. Okay, so that's the hens and the forest garden. I think